According to KepiCareers.com, bad bosses cost companies about $360 million a year in lost productivity. And 3 out of 4 employees describe their manager as the worst and most stressful part of their job. As a matter of fact, 65% of people would take a new boss over a pay raise. Cha-ching! Are you one of them? I've had my share of horrible bosses. I call her Face Vomit. And I have a video clip of her to share with you, but I do want to warn you that her image is scary and graphic. You may need to turn away from your television set.
You going to eat?
No, thank you.
Well, I guess that's one way to stay thin.
Well, it's not about being thin. I just wanted to focus on this year's contract.
We're not going to renew your contract. Nope. And I'm not going to let you work with the districts either. As a matter of fact, you know what I'll do? I'll say yes. I'll let you go through, do all your time, make all your proposals, and then I'll tell them no. And any district manager who wants to work with you, I'll just make their life miserable. I'm going to eat all this pizza.
But we've had incredible results. I mean, I've worked with your company for 10 years.
Not anymore. And you know what? If you're not careful, I'm not only going to take you out, but your little dogs, too. Throw them right on that barbecue.
I just threw up a little bit in my mouth. I think that says it all. It's midnight. I have to get to the studio.
From Philadelphia, it's the only original late-night television show in town. Get ready for Raw Reality with Gail Casper.
Tonight's Odd Squad, host of the Captain Action comedy show in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, comedian Sidney Gant, and co-host of Rob and Dave Are Terrible People, which airs live every first and third Wednesday at laughcast.com, a regular at Helium, Rob DeSantis. Go to rawrealitywithgailcasper.com for more details and contact information. Just a reminder that I am tweeting with you during the show at Gail Casper Fans. And there is no serious allowed, or you will hear this. All right, guys, so Face Vomit.
You know, I got to tell you, in Sydney, this is probably something you're not familiar with, but beautiful people like Gail and I are constantly being discriminated against in the workplace for how in shape we are. And you know, it's sad that they have to bring people like us down to make themselves feel better, I think.
I like Face Vomit. Yeah, I like her. She's getting her carbs. She's keeping her body just the way she wants it.
Yeah, you look at her face, it makes you want to vomit. It reminds me of Howard Stern. I know that today he would change pig vomit to face vomit because he likes animals and pigs are cute. All right, now they sold equipment. I do have a product left from them.
They sell puzzles?
That's exactly how I fix my computer when it's not working.
Yeah, well, I was holding on to it when I was thrown under the bus. Actually, it was a tractor trailer carrying steel with 3 circus elephants on top.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
That would do. Well, you should. Yeah, if you want to take a look at me after the accident.
Well, at least you let them know how you felt about them with the one thing that was left with.
That's not the finger I would have used, actually, but that's just...
Yeah,
that's
I
me,
know.
yeah.
They had to put me in a petri dish and grow me. All right, I got some bad boss stories for you from workingamerica.org. A woman was in labor and she got a call from the boss to see if she'd be in work the next day. I don't get that.
Well, you gotta ask. You gotta ask. She might say yes. And I don't know if this guy is an idiot or if he's just sexist, but either way, I could see him thinking to himself, well, you hear about women doing this all the time, giving labor and then going to work the next day, and they're heralded as heroes. Yet I ask the question and suddenly I don't get women? I don't think that's fair.
Well, I think you have to look at it from the boss's point of view, because in a certain respect, it's like he's losing 1.5 people the next day, because she was pregnant, so.
I know. Next morning, I was thinking I'd be back later this afternoon. And by the way, I was thinking I'd name my kid after you. All right, coffee shop worker who'd recently had heart surgery was back to work and started having chest pains. They called an ambulance. While on the way to the hospital, the boss repeatedly called her and made a point to tell her that her health problems were causing scheduling problems for the business. Now, why was she picking up the phone? Is she the only one that could make coffee?
Why did she even go back to work? She wasn't ready yet after her heart surgery, if that's how her heart was acting when she went to her job. And I'm pretty sure when she first got to work that quickly after heart surgery, people were telling her how courageous she was until the ambulance carted her away and people were talking about how brave she was.
Plus, if you just had heart surgery, should you really be surrounding yourself with that much caffeine? I mean, I would be thinking that maybe her condition was caused for just abusing the free coffee for employees policy.
Yeah, it
so the
sounds like
boss
she was
might,
drinking
yeah,
it.
yeah, absolutely.
She was drinking the coffee. All right, an employee who had major food allergies had to make her own food at home, brought it to work, employees got it, boss was eating the food out of the refrigerator and from her desk.
Personally, for me, I think this is a great opportunity. If there ever was an opportunity to get away with poisoning your boss, it's this, because you can just make 2 lunches, one for you and then one for them. Just made, egg salad with mayo that's been sitting in the sun for a week, or just a bologna sandwich and let your dog lick the entire pack. You're never going to get a better opportunity to let your boss eat something that's disgusting.
You put decoy food, and then he knows where it all is and he finds the decoy food. Okay, boss showed appreciation to a deaf person by giving them an iPod.
Yeah, he was not showing appreciation at all. Like, he was just giving a deaf person an iPod.
No, he wanted the iPod. He wanted that iPod.
The deaf person wanted the iPod.
Think about it. I went out with a guy. I dated a guy who would get me presents that were actually for himself. He'd be like, hey, look at these shoes. What do you think? I got them for you for your birthday.
I think in situations like that, it could just be ignorance on the boss's part. It might have been a video iPod, and he might have thought that, the employee could listen to all their favorite songs in sign language.
Okay. All right, there you go. All right, we're going to take a break where we will be challenged by an expert in just a minute. We'll be right back.